Hello friends, welcome back to 2 in 20, the weekly series where I try to make 2 cards in 20 minutes. This week we're going to do some Christmas cards. We're going to use this Crafter's Companion set. Let me flip this over. That was from the end of Stamptember for this year. Now this week I have a little bit of a cheat because I have these 2 card bases I had already put together. And I'm not sure why I had them put together. I found them laying around. So we're going to use these. One's a, and see, they don't even match. One's a side fold, one's a top fold. I do know this paper was American Crafts because I still have a sheet of it left. And this is Basil. The rest of this paper I'm not sure about. But we're going to use these card bases. I'm going to stamp this little penguin and color him with colored pencils. And then we've got some doodlebug fun to use. So what do you say we get started? Ready? Timer's going to start now. Okay, first thing I need to stamp 2 penguins using Ranger Jet Black Archival, of course. And I just have some scraps of white. I'm going to fussy cut these out. There's one little penguin. Two. You know, I might stamp a third one just to have. I already have one stamped. There we go. Penguins. Okay, now I'm just going to use colored pencils on these babies. Let's get some green out. Nice little green there. Take these glasses off. And we'll do this present in this green. This is a Blick apple green. Now, I never jumped on the Prismacolor train. I have some, but every time I'd buy a couple, they would end up, they'd be broken inside, and it was just such a pain in the butt. So I was always frustrated. So I started buying Blick ones open stock whenever I get up there. And I like them a lot. But I think my favorite are the Derwent Color Soft. Like if I'm picking a colored pencil, they're my favorite. But right now, I have a mix because I was buying a lot of stuff open stock over the years. But I would like to get just a set of the Derwents. And then you can replace your individual colors open stock as they, use them up. Here we go. And we'll do this one over here. Apple green. I will say, the Blick branded stuff has always been good. Back years and years ago when I started to kind of just try out alcohol markers, I bought a couple of Blicks. I bought a couple of the Copic Sketch, a couple of the Copic Chows, and I liked the Blick just as much as I did the Copics. It just was never anything I got into. And when we were prepping to move to Florida, I did a huge purge, and I sold off I'm not going to color him right now, alcohol markers that I did have. And then we'll use this brighter green for the scarf. This is called Bice Green. I don't know what that means, if that means something, but that's what it is. So I have 2 shades of green. Color a little penguin. Yeah, like I said, I'm not sure what those card bases were all about, but found them, figured I'd use them. So a little bit of a cheat, but you know what? If you have stuff you find that just started, use it up. I don't know about you guys, but I get distracted. Let's see. Along the edge there. Sorry if my head's there. Got a spot. I can't get it, but I apparently can't see it well enough. Okay, there we go. Now let's get this scarfy scarf. There we go. Cute little scarf. Cute little penguin. There we go. All right. Now we need his beak and his little beady feet. Let's see, what do we got here? Light orange. Yeah. There, right there. There we go. There we go. Then we go this one. And then we'll do this guy. Little beak. I love penguins. Oh, speaking of penguins, we bought SeaWorld tickets for a couple weekends ago and ended up not going, but they're good until like January 3rd. So I think a little closer to Christmas, we're gonna go over. They do beautiful Christmas. Their Christmas decor is gorgeous. And last year we went with friends. We had the best Santa. He was kind of snarky. We had a lot of fun. He was pretty great. And we got to go through and see him twice, so it was even better. Okay, let's see. So yeah, see Prismacolor Poppy Red. What other reds do I have? I want to find a red I like. Oh, that one. That's it. Well, I don't know though. That paper Poppy Red might be better. A little gray. Oh, and if your colored penciling is not as smooth as you would like, you can always use colorless blender burnisher. Yeah, which I do sometimes, like if I'm really in the mood to make it pretty and fancy, but I'm not in the mood to make it pretty and fancy today, so I'm not going to do that. Okay, so let's use Poppy Red for his little hat. Yeah, I think this shade of red's going to go with that paper better. And then the more Christmassy red. There we go. And you can do the Gamasol thing too, but I never got into that. Just color regular. Use the blender burnisher when I feel a need, and that's it. Oh, cute. Okay. And we'll do the red bow. I will say one thing for Prismacolors. I think they're a waxier pencil, so they're really smooth. But like I said, they're often broken on the inside, and I just feel like I waste a lot of money, you know, with using them. So I don't seem to have the breakage problem with the Derwents that the Prismacolors seem to have. And my Blicks, they've held up pretty well too. I will say the Faber-Castell have a lot of those because they're inexpensive. You know, you can get those sets with like the sketching pencils and everything. So I used to buy those a lot, but man, they're very breaky. I'm not sure why. Maybe because they're a harder pencil. All right, let's get this little hat here. Now, since these are card bases that, or cards that I found already kind of started, I don't have any scraps put on the inside, so it's definitely going to have an inside sentiment. I mean, I have another sheet of that star paper, but I don't want to cut the whole sheet, just to put a little bit inside. So it's definitely going to have an inside sentiment. There's no naked inside. There we go. Little red bow. Cute little penguin. Now, I thought instead of making them black, I would do a gray. And this is Blick, just gray. No fancy name, just gray. So we'll have gray penguins instead of dark black penguins. For a Christmas card, I think I'm going to like that a little better. At least in this instance. But yeah, penguins always make me think of SeaWorld. So I'm thinking about how I'm going to handle YouTube for next year. I was there for like a month in the summer. I had a really good growth going on. I picked up like 100 subscribers in a month, and then it slowed down and stopped and stuff. So trying to think of new things for next year. I'm not going to do New Toy Tuesday anymore next year. I'm thinking about doing a scrapbook page once a week because I do scrapbook. And definitely a card once a week. What the idea of the card is going to be yet, I haven't determined, but and yeah. Lost Tube once a month. Cards for Kindness still once a month. I've reached out to a couple of nursing homes in the area to see if I could start sending cards to some of their residents just because, you know, I know they get lonely and stuff, and it'd be nice to have somebody think of you, wouldn't it? Okay, so here we look. Oh, looky. Cute, cute little penguins, right? Oh, should we give them pink cheekies? Yes. They need pink cheekies, don't they? Because it is winter and they are chilly, right? Pink cheeks. Now we're going to cut these babies out. I'm going to roll my cart back over here. And then they're going to go on the card, probably popped up. And we'll decide what we're going to do with our sentiment. There we go. cut these out. There we go. And we went to Magic Kingdom for Bobblehead's 4th birthday. It was actually the day before his birthday, so timing worked out nicely. He had fun. I'll try to remember and insert a picture, my favorite picture of him from the day. We didn't ride a whole lot just because, I don't know, just the way the day worked out. But I told my daughter, I said, listen, he either has to go into Tiki Bears or Tiki Bears, Country Bears or Tiki Birds with me, because those are, two of my must-dos in Magic Kingdom, and they're classics, and he needs to see it. So we did Tiki Birds, and it had kind of started out to be a really crappy day. I'm not going to lie. But his reaction to the Tiki Birds made the whole day okay for me. He goes, wow. And he starts clapping his hands, and, he thought the Tiki Birds were really neat. And then the plants started singing, and he was just like amazed. And, then the storm comes and the Tiki's sing and stuff. And he loved it. Loved it, loved it, loved it. Oh, I was so happy. So that fixed the whole craptastic parts of the day for me. Him having that reaction. So my son and my husband and myself, we went in Country Bears while they were doing something else. I think my daughter and son-in-law were riding Splash Mountain, and the other grandma had Charlie somewhere. So we went and saw the Country Bear Jamboree. I have like certain things that it's not a day in Magic Kingdom for me if I don't do them, It's a Small World. My cinnamon roll of Gastons. What else? I have to meet Pooh and Tigger and Mickey, which I didn't get to meet Mickey, but we did meet Pooh and Tigger. Country Bears, Tiki Birds, and Haunted Mansion. Those are my things that if I don't get to do those, it's not a complete day at Magic Kingdom for me. So yeah. We took him on Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, and whoo, buddy. He was so excited to get on. It was so funny because, we say mine train, he thinks train. Oh, I want to ride the train. I want to ride the train. And we get on, and he's excited. He's ready to go. And that first little drop, I thought that kid was going to pass out. It was kind of funny. So he might not go on that for another couple of years because I think it freaked him out a little bit. And we took him in Haunted Mansion, which he said he was scared while we were riding it. However, he also was like really looking around wide-eyed and, wow, look at that and all that stuff. And he knows the songs because the Grim Grinning Ghost song, because we sing it in the car. So he was a little familiar. So even though he said he was scared, he was also fascinated with it. So I think he would ride that again with no problem. He did like the part where you go towards the end and you get the hitchhiking ghost in your doom buggy. He thought that was pretty cool because he was trying to figure it out. He'd be looking around. Well, where is it? It's a ghost. You can't see it unless you're looking in the right spot. That was fun. Okay. Little penguins. Cutie, cute, cute. Yeah, I totally should just die cut these in a circle. That would have been easier. Would have saved some time. But that's okay. That's alright. They are cute as a button. Okay. Now we got our penguins. We'll get some foam squares. One behind his little scarf there. All right. Let's set him right there. He is cute. These images are great. Even if you don't color them fancy, they still look nice. This was a really nice set. I'll put this other little piece right here. I don't like them to sag, you know? No sagging. Oh, David Cook is going to be in concert close by. And I just found out about it. I'm so bummed because if I'd have found out about it sooner, I could have budgeted for it. But I didn't find out till, like, it's almost literally the last minute. So there's no David Cook money for me for this year. Okay, so we need an inside sentiment. Well, actually, we're going to put this one down here. It's penguining to look a lot like Christmas. Oh, I didn't use any of that Doodlebug stuff. Ain't that something? I'm going to have to make a Doodlebug Christmas card. Here we go. Right there. This block is so stained, you guys. And I have cleaned it. But it does not matter. And then we'll do Merry Christmas on the inside. So there's something in there. Can't believe I forgot to use the Doodlebug. I was going to use some of that trim. Well, you know. Merry Christmas to you and you and you. Okay. Whoops. Sliding, sliding, sliding. Stop the timer. Well, apparently I was running exceptionally slow today because even with having card bases that were put together, was still over 20 minutes. 22:39. And hey, there we go. 22 minutes and 39 seconds. Running slow. But anyway, there we go. Get your Christmas cards going if you haven't already, because the time is drawing nigh. Hope you like these quick little Christmas cards. Those little penguins are so stinking cute. That was such a nice set. Great little freebie at the end of Stamptember. So remember, be excellent to each other and go make something. Bye-bye.